Well, I had to, and then I had to book studio time at Rockfield, where we decided we wanted to work because Dave Edmunds. To that point, I'd never met Dave Edmunds, but I admired his work and the sound of his records and the band he used. I drove down to Rockfield and talked to them, booked some time there. Dave Edmunds had the evening shift, so we had the day shift, and sometimes it would overlap.
Yeah, so you would just kind of go in and listen to each other's stuff.
There would be a crossover time. When Dave Edmunds left the studio, we would move in, and our engineers at the time were Kingsley Ward, who owned the studio. Really cool guy. But the playing was okay, but it didn't sound. It was never sounding quite right, and so. Tony O'Teeder, our manager at the time, we would go in and we would listen to some of Dave Edmunds' recordings, what he was doing, and hang out with him and talk, and it sounded fantastic. I don't know, because he had these huge speakers, tannoys, 18s and 12s, it would take your hair out and blow your eyes out, but maybe that's why it sounded so good, but we just loved the way Dave Edmunds' music sounded, and ours was nowhere near as good. And so I believe it was our manager, Tony O'Teeder at the time, who said to asked Dave Edmunds, look, would you produce our record for us? Because we can play, but we weren't producers and we weren't engineers by any stretch. And he said, well, I've got to finish my record first, and which he did. And that's when I think the magic of making music really started happening, like working with Dave Edmunds. He was something else, and I've said it before, but it deserves being said again. Our first album wouldn't have been anywhere near as good or anywhere near as successful had we not taught Dave Edmunds to sort of come in and helping us out. We need a helping hand.